Yes, hello everyone. I am Erica Kessie. I am the chapter director for Nashville chapter of Startup Grind. I am so very happy because today is our last entrepreneur experience panel of the year. And we have some amazing panelists today. Cannot wait for you to learn about them and to hear from them today. I will introduce myself as well as a love force with mysterious wisdom, celebrating life. And I work with women leader CEOs and partnering with them and being their wing woman so that they can get to their visions, walking hand in hand with them. And I really want them to soar and go there. And how they do that by thriving and having their own wellness. So this chapter is all about truly telling the story because the story is important every bit. As we are in this, as we are putting ourselves out here, let people know about ourselves and our businesses, our stories matter. And that's the reason why anyone would do anything with you. It's because of your story. So now I'm going to hand it over to my co-director, Tiara.
Thank you, Erica. I am Tiara Briscoe, the owner of T Briscoe Consulting, where we provide bookkeeping and consulting services. As Erica mentioned, I'm also the co-director for Startup Grind Nashville, and I'm also the treasurer for the Junior Board of Nashville Business Incubation Center. So I look forward to speaking with everyone tonight, and we will go into introduction. So let's go ahead, and we're going to start with Nate. So Nate, just tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
I'm Nate Saucier. My business is Attraction Unlimited Marketing. And what I do is build websites that are professional looking and get results. And I get traffic to the websites through search engine optimization. And I make websites accessible to the disabled. I started my business 8 years ago because I saw a need. There's a need for people to have this kind of help. They got into business because they wanted to serve people, not because they wanted to build a website. And so those are the people I work with, those who give from the heart.
Thank you, Nate. Chanda, let's hear from Chanda. Am I saying that right? Please let me know how I should pronounce your name.
It's Chanda with a hard CH, Chanda. And yeah, like chicken cheese chair, Chanda. Rhymes with panda. That's the easiest way for people to remember it. My name is Chanda Hopkins, and I'm an artist. I own Chanda Hopkins Artistry, and I am a multi-potentialite. I do a lot of different things under the umbrella of artistry. So I'm a photographer. I shoot images for Getty Images. I contribute to their website, and my photos are sold on there. I am a painter and have sold my work in galleries in New York and to collectors around the world. And I recently have also added fashion design to my artistry. I've always done it, and I got attention for it recently. And I have a collection of clothing with Shein. I'm wearing one of the tops right now. And this features my art. So this is also my painting that I'm wearing. And my collection is sold through Shein. And I also have a handmade collection called Credo 2, which I showed at Austin Fashion Week last year. So I do a lot of things. Art, all art related.
I like that you caught my attention when you said Shein. Well, I call it Shein. But you really caught my attention. I need to go look now. I'm a fan of Shein.
I know. I work with them. I don't even know if it's Shein or Shein or I call it Shein, but we all know about good prices, good cute clothes.
Wow. Listen, I didn't even know you were such a powerhouse. Both of you all, Nate, I really respect and honor what you are doing. I think that especially the part about making it accessible to everyone, I don't think people pay attention to that. But I think it's so important that everyone gets to have access to the things that are on the web that people are not ensuring that it's happening. And oh wow, Panda, Chanda, thank you so much for sharing how to pronounce your name. And also, wow, I'm all about art, so it's amazing. So let's get right into the panel. Thank you for sharing and thank you for being here. The first question, and please take your time in answering, is what has been your experience as an entrepreneur? And I really want to know the story, the journey, from why you decided to become an entrepreneur up until now, the things that you've learned, how you've grown, and also as you are telling us, I know you're going to inspire people because they're looking to hear these beautiful stories. So I would love to have Nate go first.
Sure. Thank you, Erica. Yeah. So I was a speech therapist and I retired due to disability. There was an auto accident. I had a really bad back. So I retired due to disability and had a lot of time on my hands. So I started playing around with websites just for the fun of it, making them. And then I worked for a nonprofit organization just part-time, a little bit on their website and their social media. And I started to realize there's really a need out there for this type of work, and that I could do it as my own business. So I did, so that I could be the benefits of staying at home, working my own hours, all of that benefit of being a business owner was really enticing to me. I started out working by myself, and no team and no budgeting market. So I had to be really creative and do a lot of networking. But the rewards are just so wonderful. The satisfaction with building a website and seeing it come to life and seeing it be successful and seeing clients be happy with them and people be able to access the websites easily and use them easily. It's all really rewarding to me.
Thank you so much, Nate. And I do want to just challenge you a little bit more to give us more of the story behind you. And you mentioned that, and that's very common with entrepreneurs, is a conflict happens and then you decide, I want freedom of time, I want freedom of my mind and what I'm doing specifically in the world. So you said you just fell into exploring websites and now really feeling a lot of benefit from that. Can you share more? Or what are some things that you would say happened, maybe challenges that you were able to transform?
Sure, Erica. So yeah, the challenge of starting out doing it all by myself, the challenge of I had the disability, so I had to limit my time at the computer. I couldn't be there 10 hours straight. I still can't, but I don't have to be. I don't have to be because I have a team that helps me now. But even before I had the team, I figured it out how to get the work done without being at the computer long hours. So that was a lot of it right there. And how I started with websites, well, a friend of mine was going to Japan, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun to have a little website on Japan? So I did that just for the fun of it, I just enjoyed it so much that then I went on to make other websites just for the fun of it. And then finally started making websites for people to use and for myself as well, so that I started gaining a lot of experience on what there is about a website that people need and how do they use it and how can you make it so that they can easily use it and have a great user experience.
You know what stands out to me is that you mentioned some things, and I think that you don't recognize just how important they are, like having a team, or maybe you do, but Let me reiterate that to everyone who is an entrepreneur. You are not supposed to be, and I cannot stand this word, a solopreneur. Okay, we need to kill it. It needs to die. It needs to be buried. We need to do the benediction. Okay, for that word. No, no. Have mentors, have coaches, have support, have people who are there working with you in some kind of way. There are methods to do this without paying people. There are ways in which you can even give equity out to your business. You can barter with people. You need to have a coach. You need to have a mentor. You can get a free mentor. I'm a SCORE mentor, which is free. And you don't need to be doing your business alone, period. First of all. Second of all, skill set. You mentioned about you did not even put yourself out there until you knew you had the skill set and you recognized that it was a passionate thing for you to do. This is fun for you, right? I think a lot of people are doing things and it's not even fun for them. It's not, and they also are not good at it. And so they're putting out mediocre stuff and then trying to figure out why they're not successful. So yeah, did I catch it all, Nate?
Yes, you did. And I totally agree with you about solopreneurs and having a team. A team is essential. We're just not meant to do it by ourselves. And I run it, you won't believe how many, well, you probably would, how many business owners, relatively new in a startup, go to build and they're not web designers, okay? They're coaches or, spiritual coaches or that they serve other people. And they go to build their own website. They go to do their own social media. They go to do their own advertising. All of it. Their own bookkeeping. How they don't fry themselves instantly, I don't know. I think they do get fried eventually.
Stop bashing me, Nate.
I definitely want to say that was me, like, building my own website.
I'm really so get over here. I'm like, hush up, okay? I'm gonna get in touch with you as soon as this is over.
Listen, that's all right.
I think we all just got called out, Nate. You called us out, okay? Because it is very essential, to hire people who are experts in the area. But I kind of winged it on my website, but you know what? I appreciate you saying that and like calling it out and bringing it to the forefront, because we all have to be reminded of that from time to time. So, if you click my link and go to my website, try not to judge too much. I don't think it's that bad though.
I won't even lie. I was working on mine today and almost messed something up. Said, let me just stop. So I will be getting in touch with you, Nate, as soon as this is done.
Well, one thing I just have to say, Nate impressed me. I don't really have many web designers on here. Nate impressed me because he knows how to make it for the person who will be coming to your website. I think we're building the website, trying to share what we know and what we have and how we want to help people. But the person who is coming to your website needs to be for them, and it needs to be accessible to them. And Nate knows how to do that. So, and just how Nate is anyway. Cause I see Jackie over there. I see him. Anyway, Jackie is Nate's assistant, his cat. I love it. We had great conversations. So now I want to open it up for you to come on and let us know your story, Chanda.
Okay, I'm an accidental entrepreneur. It's completely by accident. I started off as a makeup artist, working in spas and within the beauty industry, getting that regular paycheck, loving life. I was doing photography on the side, but never gone to school. I feel photographer because I know what I'm doing. I hadn't been taught. And when I moved to New York, I was doing hair and makeup for film and TV and stuff. It's a whole God thing. It would take too long to explain, but it was a God thing. I ended up at the right place where I was doing hair and makeup for film and TV. And I did that for a while. And then I started to experience burnout because I would be on sets and photographers were very New York. That's the realm that I ended up in. It was like the big boys with the big budgets, but also big stress and not very nice, and trying to fix models' tear-stained faces and things like that. It was just too much. And so yeah, because on those sets, money, period. Bringing big money at it. There is no room for not nice back then. And so I stopped doing that. Working at a store, makeup there. I don't know if it's New York. Costumes and things like that. But I was
Is it me? Chanda?
am I going?
your video's gone, and you were coming in and out when you were speaking. I know you said you were saying, do you all know about Ricky something? And that's the last thing that I was able to make out. Yes, and I just want to note everyone. Chanda said that it's storming where she is, so
I'm back.
maybe
I saw everybody's face change. Yeah, it's still storming. So sorry about that. Yeah, sometimes when it storms, I can almost half the time think it's gonna shut my internet down. But I don't know where y'all lost me, but I sold I went to Staten Island Boardwalk.
Okay, wait a minute. So I really want to hear. Yeah, Ricky, New York, please.
Okay.
That's where you left
Ricky's
off.
NYC. I was working there.
I want to hear this. Okay.
I was working at Ricky's NYC, and then I was making art on the side to just calm my nerves because I'm highly sensitive. And I was living out in Staten Island, and what my roommate said, "Why don't you sell those things you made? I need some money." And I didn't think anybody would really buy them, but she money, so I decided to try. So I went out to the walk, set up a little table with some of the that I made. 7 pieces, and 100 people that day. We need to go to Times Square and be in the city. So the next day I went to the city and made a couple of hundred, and I was like, I think I found my new way. I think I have found my path. And eventually I ended up going out to Soho because someone said, "Oh, no, this is real art. You need to go where the real artists are." And so I went to Soho, and back in the day, hundreds of artists used to go to Soho on the weekends and sell their artwork. They'd set up tables, and there were hundreds out there. And so I went and started that, and eventually to be in gallery shows. I kept going from there. So I never actually intend to be in business for myself. I had said other companies, but for some reason I wasn't getting hired. So I just I was doing photography for, eventually people started saying, oh, well, you do photography too, right? And I was like, yeah, I do photography. And so I started doing headshots for artists and models and musicians, and they would send their friends, and it really has all been by accident. So that's how I got started. I just say yes.
Wow. Okay. So many good things that you dropped, pearls of wisdom. Okay. Walk into opportunities. Is that you're gonna have to, like, as an entrepreneur, it's important for you to be ready, to walk into opportunities. Okay. And it's amazing that both Nate and you have, you went with what the opportunity was there, and you went there, and you flowed with it. It's amazing, isn't it? How we always find people that kind of mesh together and have the same messaging, with the story what you're sharing with the audience. Also, you mentioned that, it just wasn't a good fit for you with yourself, and you had to, because of how you were feeling, you chose yourself, and yourself was to get out of that situation. That is a great topic. I think sometimes we don't know what to say no to. And sometimes we even get into entrepreneurship and we continue to do what we said no to. But we cannot, like, push ourselves away that where we came from when we was working a job for somebody, right? This is so good. Oh my word. So yes, let's go into our next question, Tiara.
Yes. So now we would like for you to talk about how has being an entrepreneur kind of affected you emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and things like that. And that was a good segue, Chanda, because you said how something wasn't a good fit for you, and so it kind of pushed you accidentally into entrepreneurship. So I think since you ended on that note, I'll let you go ahead and pick up on that question, and then we'll go to Nate.
Okay. It has affected me emotionally and spiritually and physically and mentally. It's being an entrepreneur has affected me on all levels. Physically, it's taught me that I am stronger than I thought I was. When I first started selling my art, I would carry a 200-pound cart full of art up and down the subway. Yeah, I got a story. Y'all wanted to hear a story? I got a story. I started doing it every day. I had muscles, and I learned that New Yorkers are very kind and wonderful, because every day someone would see me with my cart. Sometimes moms would strollers would help me carry it up. Men always help me carry it up. New Yorkers are wonderful. So it taught me that I can physically do anything. If I put my mind to it, I lean over into the spiritual. And when I didn't have anyone there to help me, I'd be saying, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. 1 step. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. 2 steps. And I would make it through that way. So that's how it affected me spiritually. And mentally, it's stretched I've just had to learn so much. Even this past year, making presentations, right? Learning how to write grants. Just all of it has been a learning experience. So it really has just stretched me in all realms.
I like that. We sometimes, to experience the personal growth like firsthand, unintentionally, like that's always a shocker. But another shocker, you said New Yorkers are nice. That one, I've never heard that one before.
I couldn't hear you. Please say that last part again.
Oh, how you said that New Yorkers are nice. I've never
New
heard that.
Yorkers are wonderful. They are wonderful. They get a bad rap. They are wonderful. I mean, because when I say seriously, every day, if there was anyone around, I never, ever had to carry that by myself. Never. They are wonderful. And they give you, you walk down the street and people would cheer you on and you become part of a community. It was wonderful. I loved living in New York.
I have to concur on that. When I was there, well, I have family that live in New Jersey, but whenever I go to New York, Manhattan, or we went to Harlem. They were wonderful. I actually get more men that approach me in New York than other places. Anyway, there are.
New York makes you feel the best because they will tell you if they think you're good looking. They will tell you. God bless you, Ma. God bless you. And it's not, and I know that they have a reputation of some people saying that it's catcalling and all that, but that was not my experience. I only received love, and I don't know if that's just because, I don't know. Well, I think it's because I'm a Texan and I walked smiling and people would say, "You're not from here, are you?" I'd be like, "I've lived here, 5 years now. I'm from here." But
oh my goodness, yeah, that's what they say. Because I was, you can hear my southern accent when it's people from up north. They can hear it. But also I'm like looking around like, oh my God, it's so amazing. And so they're like, she's not from here. Yeah, it was fun. Anyway, I have to concur. Tiara, we have to go. Listen, I'll be your wing woman. We will have so much.
I want to go with y'all.
I would just say this because it's to know me is to know I'm not a winter girly, so y'all have to snag me in New York when it's summertime, okay? Yeah, but and then also I brought up the fact that you said New Yorkers are nice, and how I like how you mentioned how people would just randomly help you. And I think sometimes on our entrepreneur journey, we can kind of encounter that those same feelings from people around us. So a lot of times we start the journey on accident or on our own or from like a passion or a cause, but along the way there are gonna be people there to step in to support you and to cheer you on and to push you along the way. And that's just something that popped in my mind when you said that. And I was like, I kind of appreciate having the bystanders or the people, like the quiet supporters sometimes, because they really help encourage me as an entrepreneur.
That's absolutely amazing what you said, Tiara, because that is how I move in interacting with people. But also I've experienced plenty of it. People who are supporters, and it's usually not it's not blatant. It's just showing up sometimes when you need them to, or actually, what I feel like when I connect someone with someone else and they actually follow through, that to me is huge. Anyway, thank you so much for mentioning that, Tiara. In this journey, if you are open to people being beneficial to you, it will happen. It shows up. So yeah, that's my bit. I'll let you move on to Nate.
Thank you, Erica and Tiara. So yeah, I also, like Chanda, was affected at all the levels, all of them, being an entrepreneur. I mentioned already the disability I had, the bad back. I've increased my physical strength, through time, and been healing. I walk every day. I exercise. I eat right. And a lot of it's because I work for myself. I know it may sound odd, but it is true. Because if I had to go into somebody else's business and an office and all of that, I wouldn't be able to do all of that. So it really helped me physically. Mentally, that it takes a mindset to be a business owner. It takes a mindset, and so I had to develop that positive mindset. And then emotionally, well, I mean, I was petrified to thrilled. I mean, everything in between. And public speaking was really one of the hardest things for me to do. But I learned to have the fear and do it anyway. So there's that. And spiritually, now I've experienced a ton of spiritual growth in the last 10 years. And a lot of it has to do with trust, turning it over and letting go. So if I have the trust, I can turn it over and let it go. But I have to embrace that trust. So in doing that, then I grew spiritually, because I learned I have a spiritual life I can depend on.
Thank you, Nate. And let me just put it out there for the public speaking and doing it scared. Like my thing now, I consistently like motivate myself, just do it scared, because honestly, we're all out here nervous about something, and a lot of times it's probably like speaking out on something or public speaking and stuff. But you're doing a really great job. Like, look at you, you're a panelist now on an entrepreneur experience. So that is really great. So I want to say kudos to you, and let me give you a hand clap right now. So, but yeah, that has been my message. I always say, do it scared, do it.
Well, one thing, you know, I love talking and I love interacting with people. So, a lot of individuals who are introverted or have, which that's who I work with. I seem to attract those people, the people who have the imposter syndrome, burnout, and self-sabotage. So putting yourself out there, because you're amazing. Absolutely amazing. I just love the calm energy that I get just listening to Nate. Like, are y'all noticing this? I just sit and listen to him and be around him. It's just, and I think that that's part of your brand. That's part of your brand. And Chandra, I said Chandra. I keep on calling you Chandra. It is not Chandra. It is Chanda.
Chanda.
Chanda. Chanda has her.
Chanda.
Chicken.
Is that a Ch?
Chanda. Chicken chair
Chanda.
cheese Chanda.
Chanda, Lord,
Yes.
I'm not gonna get it right. I'm gonna have to sit. Listen, I'm gonna have to sit and just keep on saying it over and over.
If you say
Um,
chicken, then maybe I'll forgive you. If you say share, then maybe I'll give you for saying Shanda. But if you say chicken, you can say Chanda. that's usually my thing.
that's cute. And people's names is so important. It is. And when I say that is my daughter decided she wanted to be named Chris, even though I named her name, which is my name backwards, and which people can't pronounce either. But it took me about 3 months, but finally I say her name, the name she wants me to call her. So when you care about making sure you get it right, you get it right. And when you don't, you don't. So there's that
And can
bit.
you pronounce your name backwards just so we can hear you say it?
Oh, it's a Kyrie. A Kyrie. Yeah. So
As a person with a unique name, I can see probably why she changed it. Even though I think it's beautiful, she might have been like, Chris might be easier. I don't know how old your daughter is, but
oh well, it's a whole beautiful story. And she's a young entrepreneur as well, and has a business called From a Kyrie to Chris, and it talks about her journey that happened to her and why she chose that name. She chose Chris because Chris is her the warrior part of herself, and so she, in order to um, signify or give a homage to that part. She calls herself that part's name. Yeah. Anyway, it's a beautiful story. But she has a speaking business, because of course, I mean, she has a mother that's a business execution coach and all the things. So, but you all, this has been absolutely amazing. It is 6:52, so that means that we need to be doing our closing remarks. Anything that you would like to share specifically that's going on with you, and any offerings that you have that you would like to let people know to tap into, will be amazing right now. And we're going to go back to you, Nate, to share what is, offerings and how people, and your closing remarks.
Okay, I put my website and my email address in the chat, so you can reach me that way. And I mean, I had different levels of website packages. So if you think you can't afford it, try talking to me first, because my cat's up on my shoulders. But try to, just ask me, we'll see what we could work out. And I do some bartering too. And also that goes for making the website accessible to the disabled. It's really pretty affordable as well. And my closing remarks, I just think this has been a beautiful session. I just thoroughly enjoyed meeting all of you and hearing your stories, and it's been fun. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you, Nate. And it has been beautiful, and I think it's because of the people here. Tiara and I talk about this all the time. We love these entrepreneur experience panels. Woo, it's so good. You feel so excited and inspired afterwards. So now your closing remarks, ma'am.
I also have my website in the comments, and you can also feel free to Google me, because I have art on many different sites, and it's in different forms, so you can get t-shirts and tote bags and remember me for holiday gifts. And take a look at my photography, and if you want a specialized photo shoot, I am available for that. And as far as I forgot the word you used, but I'll say words of wisdom to leave with you guys. I would say that if you are an entrepreneur or you want to be one, just do it. Just be brave. It's not always going to be fun. It's not always going to be easy. But for me, it's been an enjoyable ride. It's been an enjoyable ride. I've met so many wonderful people. I've had so many moments of where I've just been moved to tears from the beauty in other people sharing with what I do. So you are denying yourself that connection, that growth, if you don't bet on yourself. So bet on yourself, say your prayers, and just try. That's it.
Exquisite. And now I want to hand it over to my lovely co-director to give any offerings or things that she has going on, and then I'll close it out.
Yes, thank you, Erica. So just any offer. So I do offer a free 30-minute consultation for anyone looking for a bookkeeper, where we can just kind of dig a little deeper and dive into whatever it is that you may need. And so I did provide my website there, where their booking link and all of my contact information is there. So please feel free to reach out to me. And then also on social media, well, TikTok and Instagram, it is T Briscoe Consulting, and the website is tbriscoeconsulting.com. And just like my closing remarks, and it's pretty similar to what Chanda said, it's like to do it scared. That has been something that I consistently remind myself on a day-to-day basis. And I don't consider myself to even be an introvert. I consider myself to be an extrovert, but there are times where sometimes I get nervous about going into something as an entrepreneur, or I second guess myself, but then I'm like, just do it scared, because 9 times out of 10, everybody else is scared as well. And people will not be able to tell that you're scared if you just go and do it. So nobody probably would know that I have to prep myself to be on calls and things like that. And I love to talk, but I still have to prep them. So do it scared.
And I don't know if y'all noticed the sweat on my upper lip, but that's some nervousness. I was scared during this.
You would never know.
I have my fan blowing directly on me right now. Okay.
My AC is on 69 and I'm still freaking sweaty. The sweat on my hands. Do y'all see the sweaty hands? Just do it. Do it anyway.
It's funny that you always say that, because that's exactly what I want to say. Working with my business, and I mentioned earlier that I want to be the wing woman, is I find that a lot of people have a hard time putting out there whatever they need, and video is the way to go. Like, this is the time of video. You have to do video, period. So, and I don't have a problem with it at all. And I love learning about someone and pitching the ball to them so they can share their bits, so that then people can know, and we can then put the video out for them. So if anybody is interested, I'm Erica Kessie. You can reach me. Let's do a 15-minute chat. It's bit.ly/15 Erica chat. Let's talk about how we can stream into the platforms that you're on and the ones that I'm on. And I'll be happy to be your wing woman and help promote what you got going on, because people got to know. And the only way they're going to know is if you put yourself out there. And it's easier sometimes to do it with somebody else who knows about you and can remind you about the things that you need to share when you're sweating. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for this time together. This has been amazing. It's just been so cool, calm, and great. The bits that I want to share with people as a licensed professional counselor is self-reflection, being able to sit and tell your story, and notice the successes that you've had, and not have success amnesia, and celebrate that. Absolutely celebrate where you've come and how you've grown and what more you're going to do in this world. Because, I mean, look out. Here we come. And that's exactly what we're here to do, and keep following the passions that we have inside of ourselves. And that's what is going to attract other people to work with us, and for us to have the vision that we want. So thank you, everyone. Have an amazing night. I do want to say one thing before we go. Startup Grind has normally Tuesday programming. Every Tuesday, we have the mental note. We used to have the community note. I think we're going to start a tech note where somebody talk about tech information. Maybe we'll do marketing note. I'm not sure. But we have the financial note. And then lastly, we're going to have the entrepreneur experience. We will continue to do that. We're taking a break actually in November and December. And we're only doing on November the 18th an event called Lead Myself. It's not put up here yet. I'm going to put it up here soon for people to register for it, where we have amazing leaders. Tiara is one of them, who are going to come and share how they lead themselves. Because a lot of times people go to different events and someone give them all their bits about how to be better or whatever, but are they really doing that themselves? So that's why I said I wanted them to come and share how they lead themselves, so they can influence people by how they lead themselves, instead of just telling people how they should lead themselves. So that's what we're doing on November the 18th from 1 to 6. And then December, we're having our holiday party. So look out for that. And love to have people come in and share their intros and get to know each other. It'll be a friendship building situation. So thank you all. Have a great night. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.